In the super welterweight division, there are contenders, fighters who are hopeful toward title aspirations, and there are pretenders, fighters who are placeholders, and then there are newly attributed titleists, and such is the case for one Abbas Baraou, the black German I referred to him as he's the WBA super welterweight title holder after the title was taken away from Terrence Crawford, who moved up to 168 with the victory over Canelo Alvarez, and the title eliminator that he fought, Baraou, fought against Tellez and won, now has him holding the title. He is looking for competitiveness at the division and weight class, and he says that he even welcomes the likes of Jaron Ennis. Let's talk about that. When you talk about fighters who place themselves in the category of being competitive, they look to take on all types of challenges to prove themselves to the world. And such is the case for a fighter that is little renowned, Abbas Baraou, a 30-year-old fighter out of Germany. And he is the type of fighter that is crowd-pleasing, but you may not have heard of the gentleman. You see, his August 23rd fight against Ennis had him defeating Telly, who was highly favored going into the bout against Abbas. However, if you don't do your homework, you will find there are fighters from all walks of life around the globe who could really turn you on to their talents and abilities. And such is the case for Abbas. He's 5'9.5" and has a record of 17 wins and 1 loss with 9 KOs. That one loss was to Jack Colke back in August of 2020. And they fought that fight in Charlottenburg, Germany. It was a split decision loss. Now, I haven't been able to track down that fight, but I'm willing to believe the scorecards that were as close as 115 to 114 for Colke, 115 to 113 for Colke, and 116 to 113 for Abbas. I smell a rat. It looks like this might have been a fighter who lost a decision to a better known fighter in Colke. But that's okay. He's now at the top of the division and has spoken that he welcomes a fight and would be down for a fight with Jaron Ennis next. You see, he would like to test his skills against someone with the likes and skills of Jaron Ennis, if it can be negotiated, according to an article in Boxing News 24. He talks about Ennis bringing a lot of pressure and will be looking forward to see how Boots deals with his own pressure. You say, I'm willing to fight Boots I believe this is actually the kind of fight that Boots needs as well. You see, talking about Abbas and his accomplishments in the ring, he's a fighter that not only will mix it up, he has shown resiliency and a good chin, because Ennis Telly could box and punch. And in their fight, Telly landed his pound of flesh against Abbas, but he wasn't able to put a dent in the German's chin. You see, his record of 10-1 now, talking about Telly's, with 7 KOs. The 7 KOs were strong KOs. He had been knocking out serious opponents because they had been giving El Bandolero, which is his alias, fighters that he could move fast against. A Cuban fighter with a boxer, puncher type disposition. Baraou stepped to him from the opening bell and pretty much won the fight hands down. The scorecards read 117 to 110, 115 to 112, and 116 to 111, all in favor of Abbas Baraou. You see, Baraou is that type of fighter that he'll smother you. He'll get in your grill and make you fight on the inside, but he does it with a sense of awareness. He's not reckless. He is defensively sound. He will put his punches together on the inside and throw short shots on the inside. You see, being aware of everything at all times, he could still put your lights out, as he had Telly down in the 12th round of their fight. And when he went down, though he got up, the fight was over. He had the look of, I just want that final bell to ring. Pressure does that to fighters sometimes. And when you talk about a fighter like Abbas Baraou, who is willing to take that next step because he's hungry for something more than what he has presently in his life. I'm only hopeful that he can get the opportunity, because there are plenty of fighters who, like Baraou, are out there, but they just don't have the promoter or the push behind them to give them that necessary consideration. And when they perform in the ring, they perform like someone who's on a mission. You could go back and ask Ennis Telly what he thinks about Baraou. And if he's as honest with himself as the judges were in deciding that fight, he'd let you know that whomever steps in the ring against Abbas Baraou had better be prepared for a fight, because he is not going to go away easy, and he is going to give his all. Something that a lot of the fighters of today can't say that they do on a regular basis. Speaking of giving their all. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.